graduating class of 2022 thanks you for your attendance and welcomes you. I will be brief, but there are a couple things I would like to share with you all. First, I would like to thank the admin and leadership team for all the hard work they put in each week to making this organization run smoothly and for this being a place for students to come and be able to grow together. Thank you teachers and moms for committing your time to us, for giving us the opportunity to grow and to make lifelong friendships. Thank you parents, grandparents, and all family and friends for supporting us and always cheering us on. I'd like to specifically thank my family, my mom, my dad, and my brother for always being there for me and supporting me, always pointing me to Christ. Some of the hardest days of my life happened during my high school years, and I want to thank you all for cheering me on and just encouraging me to take it one day at a time. Thank you for your prayers, for your constant love and support. I also want to take a second and thank two very important people in my life. Sophie and Michelle have been a part of my life for really as long as I can remember. Without them, I would not be standing here today surrounded by all of these wonderful people. When our moms first connected and we were just 3 or 4 years old, I'm not sure they realized that we would be standing here, graduating together all these years later. I'm so thankful that we are. Thank you for always being a part of my life, for always loving me, for always supporting me. Even when I moved 300 miles away, you guys stuck it out. It brings my heart so much joy to do this with you today, and I know you're going to do amazing things. There's one thing I've learned throughout all my life, through my high school years. It's that life is made up of seasons. Just as the world around us transitions from one season to the next, so go the course of our lives. If you would have told me 3 years ago that I would be graduating here, living in Ohio again, I would have said you were crazy and that's not what I want. But you would have been right. The girl who would have called you crazy was content with her life in Nashville, Tennessee. She had a firm, solid grip on what she wanted in life. Through the challenges that brought, I learned many valuable lessons. And here we stand, on the brink of another new season. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1 says, "To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven." I encourage you to take a step back, to embrace the season you're in, and be ready for the next when it comes. In closing, I'd like to take a moment and speak specifically to my underclassmen. I want to encourage you all to focus on what is truly important in life. Life can be hard. Life is hard sometimes. High school is difficult. You're trying to figure out a bunch of things about yourself, about the world around you, all while trying to balance a social life, a work life, and stay on top of the piles of assignments you have that you are definitely procrastinating on. I encourage you, pause, embrace the hard days. I know that's extremely cliche, but I promise you that before you know it, you will be standing where I am today, wondering where the time went. Every graduation speech I've ever heard has said the words I just said, and I thought, there's no way this is going to take me forever. It goes so fast. Focus on Jesus. As you begin to enter these next stages of your life, there are going to be a lot of voices trying to push you in many different directions. They may tell you to pick the most successful or the easiest route, and you will be tempted to pick the one everyone else picks, the route that looks the most glamorous. I want to challenge that and tell you that what the world defines as success is not always what God defines as success. What the world defines as fitting in is not always the same as God's plan for you. As you go about your life, do not be so focused on fitting in down here that you would be out of place up there. We are called in 2 Corinthians 6 verse 17 to be separate, to come out from among the world. Do not forget what your purpose is. The pinnacle of purpose is the gospel. In Ephesians 3 verses 7 through 9, our apostle Paul says, beginning in verse 7, "Whereof I was made a minister, according to the gift of the grace of God, given unto me by the effectual working of his power. Unto me, who am less than the least of all saints, is this grace given, that I should preach among the Gentiles the unsearchable riches of Christ, and to make all men see what is the fellowship of the mystery, when from the beginning of the world hath been hid in God, who created all things by Jesus Christ. That is our ultimate purpose, to declare unto the world the unsearchable riches of Christ and the beauty and freedom that the gospel, the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ gives freely unto us if we only choose to believe. So I encourage you, trust the Lord with your future. He is able and willing to handle all of your doubts, all of your questions, and he will do exceedingly abundantly above all that you will ever ask or even think. When your season of life begins to change, do not fear losing what you have, but anticipate the blessings you are sure to gain. In anything you face in life, you will face many things. Take heart, and remember the words a wise Asgardian king once said, "I choose to run towards my problems and not away from them, because that's what heroes do. Go be a hero."